One of the biggest challenges for all of us, or it was for me for a long time, is actually trying to figure out who I am and why I'm here and what do I truly want out of life. People will kind of let life throw them around into all kinds of things that they don't want to be doing, and then 3 decades later they realize that they should have been doing something entirely different. So the aim for this video is to radically accelerate this process so that we can get to know ourselves on a deeper, more profound level to create the life of our dreams. Just to give you a little bit of a background, my name is Gia Lulich and I'm an author of the book Joyful Journey, A Guide Back to the Wild Self. That came out in November last year. And whilst in the process of writing my second book called Cosmic Jokes, where I wanted to basically document my very accelerated evolution over the last year and give some very precise tips and hacks on how to live an extraordinary life, I decided that it would be a lot more fun to do a video podcast, because then I could bring on other people and talk to you in a much more engaged and just personal way, where I'm able to get your feedback and I'm able to really get a sense of whether this is working for you. If you haven't seen the first video, I encourage you to go have a look, because it's going to feed into this one. And so everything that I'm going to talk about in this video is going to follow on from my invitation for you guys to all take on the life of a lion as opposed to a sheep. One of the central kind of requirements to be able to do that is to know who you are. It's to know what you want. It's to know what turns you on, what does not, what is yours and not something that society and family and friends have imposed on you. These are things you have to know to be able to become completely self-validated and to live your life in your own lane and to create your own destiny. There are two things that have helped me to get to the bottom of who I truly am and what I truly want. And in this video, I want to present those two practices to you. Wherever you are, if you can at all afford to take yourself away and be on your own for at least a month. What this basically does is two things. It cures you of being lonely, which to me, loneliness is a feeling that deprives most people of the life that they dream of, because it means that they have to constantly be pleasing the people around them because they're too afraid to be alone. And so this level of codependency will never set them free to even be able to make decisions, everyday decisions on their own terms. And so taking yourself away and being alone will hopefully enable you to transcend that entirely and to turn this time alone into solitude, which is the best and most efficient teacher you could get. You come face to face with yourself in a way that is often quite uncomfortable and painful, with all your past unfavorable decisions, with some of your weaknesses, and you get to kind of embrace them and integrate them in a way that you're not able to do with life pulling you in all kinds of directions. And what this enables you to do is to actually get to the center of who you are, what you want, what sits well with you, what does not, what you want more of, and what you would like to eliminate from your life. Instead of trying to figure yourself out, actually decide who you are. So you can model this on a public person, on a person you admire in your own life. It can be even just an energy that you want to embody. From this day on, you are going to be this person. You're going to embody this action. You're going to kind of have this energy about you. And what happens in that process is, as you decide to become something other than you are, in order to serve yourself better, you learn more about who you authentically are. So to give you a very precise example from my own life, one of the people that I admired greatly is a philanthropist called Natalia Vodianova. She was a model who started a foundation called Naked Heart in Russia, I think at the age of 18, something like that, super young. And she's, out of her modeling career, she's kind of made a lifetime of building philanthropic agencies and just being just a light for all these families with children who had autism. And basically was just a huge inspiration for me, not only because of what she had achieved, but also it was more that her as a human being really resonated with me. She was not someone who was aggressive or, imposing her power to get what she wanted. Instead, she achieved all those things in a very graceful, humble, authentic, easy, and just soft and feminine way. And I guess what I saw in her was a reflection of someone who moved through the world in a very graceful, flowing, easy way, but also created a huge impact. And in my head, I don't know if this is the belief of most people or it was just mine at the time, but I felt like to be able to make a huge impact in the world, you had to be strong and hardcore and super confident and kind of have a very imposing energy to be able to get what you want. And for me, she was an example that you can be soft, you can be quite shy, you can be vulnerable, you can be all these things that are perceived as a weakness, and actually, create a huge impact. There was other things about her that fascinated me, which was that she's very kind of, she's quite multi-dimensional. So she can be like glamorous, she can be quite hippie, she's quite earthy as well. And I just really resonated with all those kind of aspects of her. The fact that she was quite childlike, very playful, had a very light energy. And because of all those things, because she had all the things I wanted, and because there were so many things about her that resonated with me, I decided to actually embody her energy. And what basically happened was that 2 or 3 months into this experiment, where I just kind of lightly, would be in a situation and would think, what can I see Natalia doing in this situation? Or how can I see her coming across? Or how can I see her reacting to this? Or what would be the decision that she would make? And I did that in a very kind of playful, no pressure way to see what would happen. And I started to get feedback from people I knew, that things were unfolding for me really rapidly, that I looked a lot happier, I looked a lot more confident, strong. And one person just was like, "You just look different, I can't figure it out." And to me, that was a very direct way of making a transformation, and a very easy and practical way to create this transformation within myself. And the other funny thing that happened was that during this process of implementing what would this person that I'm trying to embody do, or that I'm now embodying, I would also find out things about myself. So I would find out where my own quirks are, where my own strengths are, where my own weaknesses are. So in that process of adapting someone else's almost personality or energy, I, through that process, learned what my own personality and what my own energy is. It became crystal clear to me, and I got to know myself on a very deep and profound level in a very short span of time. I would love for you guys to try this. Pick someone in your life, and the way that I would suggest you do this is there's two ways. One way is who inspires you. Who do you watch on TV or on Instagram or in real life, and you just think, how do they do that? The other way to find out who this person is for you is think about who makes you feel jealous in their presence, or when you see them putting things up on Instagram. Who makes you feel slightly inadequate? In that feeling is also a message about what is inside you that's not being expressed, that this person is actually expressing. So that is a clue about what you may want to embody. And so once you pick that person, make the decision you are going to be them from that day forward. You're going to dress like that, you're going to talk like that, you're going to adapt the posture, you're going to do as much as you can, not because you're trying to impersonate someone else, but because you're basically trying to embody a new energy in the most simple and effective way possible, so that you can get quicker and better and more efficient at discovering who you are and who you're not. I hope this has helped you guys. I hope you found it interesting, inspiring. I hope you'll try it out. If you do and get results, or if you do and don't get results, please do leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. One of the reasons that I wanted to do a video podcast was exactly this, so I can get some real-time feedback about how you're doing, whether this is helping you, whether I'm articulating this message clearly, if there's something you want me to elaborate on, if there's something that stuck out to you, if there's something that made a huge transformation for you, all of that stuff. If you like the content, please do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Ciao for now.